Alright, what's up guys? In this video we're going to play with some more calculus and we're going to evaluate another trig integral. And this is going to be example number 3, I believe. Alright, so we got the integral cosine of x all over sine squared of x minus sine of x. So we can start with a simple u substitution. The best selection for u is sine because the derivative is in the numerator. So u substitution will definitely work. That's cosine of x dx, and we'll get 1 over cosine of x du is equal to dx. And the cosines basically cancel, but if you're not sure what actually happened, so we have our cosine of x, and remember that u was sine, so this becomes u squared minus u, and we multiply that by 1 over cosine of x, and hopefully you see what happened now. So now what we have is the integral of 1 over u squared minus u, all integrated with respect to u. Let me get another Sharpie, guys. This one is dying on me, so hold on one second. Oops. No, I'll get that in a minute. Okay, so now we're basically at this integral now. So how do we evaluate this one? I think the best thing to do here is to probably factor the denominator here, and then we can take the partial fraction. That'll probably be the better way to do it. All right, so if we factor out, let's factor out a u. So if we factor out a u, we'll end up with 1 over, well, it looks like we'll have u multiplied by u minus 1. And remember, you can always, this one's down on me too. You can always check. I'll get another one tomorrow. You can always check that's whether or not you factor something correctly by distributing it back in, which we would get that back out. Now we can take the partial fraction, and if you don't know how to do partial fractions, I have a video on that as well. It's a little bit of a process to do partial fractions, but I easily tell the partial fraction is here. So we take the partial fraction here. This would just be negative 1 over u plus 1 over u minus 1, and I guess we'll put parentheses around it. And this is where we're at. So I do got videos on partial fractions if you don't know how to do it. So now we integrate these one at a time. So we get the integral of negative 1 over u du. That's negative ln absolute value of u. Make sure you're leaving the absolute value bars up. Then we got the next one here, which is also a natural logarithm. So it's just going to be 1 over u minus 1 with respect to u, which is ln absolute value of u plus c, or u minus 1 plus c, excuse me. Think another integral that we did on top, the integral of, or the integral ln of u minus 1 plus c. Sorry about that. So now all we do is we go back to what we did, which was our original, we go back to our original substitution, which was sine of x, and all you have to do is put it back in there, basically. So that's the answer. Sorry about that little error up there. I was thinking I was evaluating that integral again. Sometimes that happens. Human being, I make mistakes sometimes, but I always like to clarify where I make mistakes at and change them. Okay, so this is what we were asked to deal with, and it really wasn't all that bad, to be honest. So the answer here, we'll get negative ln absolute value sine of x. Looks like we'll have plus ln absolute value. Looks like we'll have sine of x minus 1, and it is an indefinite integral, so we need to add a plus c. So that's your answer. All right, that's how you do it. So let me know if you got questions about it. I'd love to talk about it. So we'll see you next time.